Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the GM. I'm your guy, Boulanger, and I want to welcome you to the second round of quarterback comparisons. Okay. Now, just a refresher, this quarterback comparison is to find out where Lamar Jackson slots for Ravens Nation. Okay. Where he slots amongst quarterbacks from 2017 to 2020, those who have been paid and those who are on the verge of a quarterback extension as it pertains to their contract. And so, there's been a lot of questions of what Lamar has done, what he hasn't done, what he can do, what he can't do, all those kind of things. And so instead of talking about what he can and can't do, let's see what he has done in comparison to his contemporaries so we can find out where he ranks so that we can appropriately assess his monetary value. So with no further ado, let me pop this up and share my screen with you guys. Uh, and we'll find out what we need to know. All right. Forgive me for the pop-ups at the bottom. All right, let me get the slideshow turned on. All right, here we go. So second round of the not 2020, but of quarterback comparisons, right? So let's look at our quarterback ranking, how we ended it round one. So I got Patrick Mahomes slotted at number one, and we know from his basic overview, we know that he deserves to be slotted at number one. I have Josh Allen, excuse me, Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow slotted at number two, tied. Have Jalen Hurts slotted at number three. Now we know Jalen Hurts is a second-round quarterback from the 2020 draft, same draft as Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. But I have him slotted above Herbert only because he has his team in Super Bowl contention this year, has them in the title game, and so that's a huge accomplishment, and he deserves to be above Justin Herbert, and he may jump a few other guys, and that last quarterback ranking will come out the Monday after the Super Bowl. So stay tuned for that as well. So let's get started. So up first, we got Patrick Mahomes. We know he's of the Kansas City Chiefs. He's played in 80 games. He has a 64-16 win-loss record. Great win-loss record. He has over 24,000 passing yards. He has over 1,500 rush yards. He has a combined 192 touchdowns. He has 49 career interceptions. Some of his accomplishments are he has two MVPs. I say two MVPs because he's believed to be the MVP of this current year as well. He has 3 Pro Bowls. He has 1 Super Bowl title already, and he is appearing in his 3rd Super Bowl. And so when you look at those statistics for the quarterbacks of the 2017 to the 2020 era, there's no question why Patrick Mahomes is ranked number one. All right, let's go down and let's deal with Joe Burrow. Okay, Joe Burrow has played in 42 games. He would have certainly played in more, but he tore his ACL in his rookie year, I believe it was. He has a 24-17 win-loss record, pretty good record. He has over 11,000 passing yards, and he has over 500 rush yards. He has a combined 82 touchdowns, and he has 31 career interceptions. Pretty high number considering he's only really played 2.5 years, considering he lost some games that rookie year. He has two Pro Bowls, including this year, and he has 1 Super Bowl appearance. So that's Joe Burrow's career statistics and accomplishments to this point. Next, I have our guy, Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has played in 70 career games. We know he's missed some over the last couple of years. He has a 45-16 win-loss record. Excellent win-loss record. In fact, at one point, he had the most wins by a quarterback in his first 3 or 4 seasons. I'm not sure if that's still the same, but I'm pretty sure that with that win-loss record, that's still pretty good. He has over 12,000 passing yards. Um, he has over 4,400 rushing yards. He has a combined 101 touchdowns. He has 38 career interceptions. Uh, he has 2 Pro Bowls under his belt. And of course, we know he has the 2019 MVP um, uh, under his career accomplishments as well. So that's Lamar Jackson. Let's deal with Josh Allen. Okay, Josh Allen has played in 77 games. He has a 52-24 win-loss record. He has over 18,000 passing yards. He has over 3,000 rush yards. He has 138 combined touchdowns. He has 60 interceptions. And then thus far in his career, he has 2 Pro Bowls. All right. So that's Josh Allen. And then let's look at Jalen Hurts, who I added, although he's not a first rounder. He does have his team in the Super Bowl. And so he is in that contract extension part of his career. Okay. So thus far, he's played in 41 career games. He has a win-loss record of 23-11. A really, really good win-loss record. And let me explain something, Bobby. I know the win-losses sometimes don't add up to the career games played. So that just means sometimes you started the game and didn't finish. That means you may have came in and filled in for somebody, when they were when the starting quarterback got hurt, maybe you jumped in and finished the game out or whatever. So that's why sometimes those numbers don't always add up. Excuse me. He has almost 8,000 passing yards. He has almost 1,900 rushing yards. He has 44 combined touchdowns and 19 career interceptions. He has 1 Pro Bowl, and he also has 1 Super Bowl appearance. And like I said, next Monday, this will be updated. He certainly could be a Super Bowl champion next Monday. And so when we look at this quarterback ranking, we still got Patrick Mahomes number 1. I slot Lamar Jackson at number 2. I slot Joe Burrow at number 3. I slot Josh Allen at number 4. And I slot Jalen Hurts at number 5. So now let me give you a little bit of reason why I have it this way, and so that we're clear that I don't do favors for Lamar Jackson, right? So Patrick Mahomes is unquestioned. So we could even remove him off the list and he would still be number 1, okay? But I put Lamar Jackson at number 2 because if you go back and you pull those statistics, okay, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen have more passing yards, okay? But they have more passing yards, one, because that's what their offense required for their OC. And Lamar Jackson has way more rushing yards. Why? Because that's what his offense required him to do. So when you take Lamar's numbers and you add them together, you will have them in the same kind of range as Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. You have them in that 17 to 18,000 total yard range, okay? Give or take, and I know it may not be the exact number, but it puts him in that category, okay? Lamar, as far as combined touchdowns, is in between. He's above Joe Burrow and behind Josh Allen. But let's talk about why. Lamar Jackson didn't play half of his rookie year. which gave, so I'm not even including the injuries he's had where he wouldn't have played, but I'm just talking about his rookie year, which gave Josh Allen a 6 or 7, maybe 8 game head start to rack up stats. And so I'm not discrediting Josh Allen for playing those games, but I'm not going to discount Lamar Jackson because he didn't play those first 7, 8 or 9 games in his rookie year, which will certainly add to his total stats. Okay. And so when you look at total numbers for all three, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow, they're kind of in the same territory. Josh Allen has 138 total touchdowns, but when you look at win-losses, right? Statistically, Lamar Jackson has a better win percentage for games than Josh Allen. So for me, that puts him ahead. He has a better win percentage than Joe Burrow. Matter of fact, Joe Burrow has one more loss in less years than Lamar Jackson. Okay. Something else I took into account. What did it take for Lamar Jackson to amass his statistics versus what did it take for Joe Burrow and Josh Allen to amass their statistics? I'm not going to discredit them, but I'm not going to promote them either. We certainly know that Joe and Josh have better OCs, and we know that they have better weaponry. Okay, and so and so and so Lamar didn't have that luxury, but he still put up similar numbers when you combine everything together, right? And so then I have to look at accomplishments. Lamar has 2 Pro Bowls. Joe and Josh has 2 Pro Bowls. But Lamar has something neither one of those guys have, and that's an MVP. You understand what I'm saying? And so an MVP means you were the best at it that year. And then he's been in MVP contention both in the 2021 season and the 2022 season, of course, before injury. Okay. And so when you look at those things, that slots Lamar Jackson in at number 2 over these other quarterbacks. Now, what I will say is, so let me do the speculation part. Oh, well, Joe Burrow has a Super Bowl appearance. And what does that matter? Having a Super Bowl appearance doesn't mean you have a Super Bowl title, right? Having a Super Bowl appearance and not winning it is just like getting out early in the playoffs. It doesn't really matter. It all equals the same thing, no title. So having a Super Bowl appearance means absolutely nothing to me. No different if Lamar had a Super Bowl appearance but no ring, it doesn't mean nothing to me. It's not an accomplishment to get to a Super Bowl and not win it. Let me give you an example. Think about the Buffalo Bills who went to 4 straight Super Bowls under Jim Kelly. What do they remember for? They remember for losing multiple Super Bowls in a row. They're never remembered for getting there. It doesn't matter, right? What are the Dallas Cowboys lauded for? Winning the Super Bowls. So getting to a Super Bowl means absolutely nothing. It's when you win it, okay? And so I will say this about this quarterback ranking before we sign off today is, of course, Jalen Hurts is slotted at number 5. If Jalen Hurts happens to win the Super Bowl, he will have to jump up to number 2. Here's why. He came into the draft with Joe and Josh, but he would have something that they don't have, which is the ultimate prize as a quarterback, and that's win a Super Bowl. So he would certainly jump up over those 2, and he would leap over Lamar Jackson because a Super Bowl is worth more than an MVP. And he certainly, if he wants the Super Bowl, he certainly wins Super Bowl MVP as well. So then I'll have to slot him at number 2. So then we'll have to deal with contract projections and things of that nature. So that's what we have, man, for round 2. Here's our rankings: Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Jalen Hurts. And as you guys notice, Justin Herbert is off, although he's up for a contract. We may talk about him when we talk about the contract numbers. He don't have enough statistics to even make this list. So those are our top 5 quarterbacks as we stand right now. Listen, man, I appreciate you guys. Let me know, man, whatever you want me to know about this kind of content, man. If you like this kind of content, by all means, subscribe, share, and like. And I appreciate you guys. I'm your guy, Boulanger. This is the GM, and I'm out.